So I got this quite nice idea. Oh, sorry, goddamn. Okay, let me fix that. I got this amazing idea for how I can manage my mouse hotkeys from Ahk, actually. How I have them currently is depending on where on the screen I press the mouse hotkey, a different action will happen. But the way he does it is that key is a modifier, and then you press other keys with it to make things happen. So currently, how it is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's quite a lot. Demon Ladybug, exactly. Just felt kinda right. Because once I do this HK thing, I'm actually going to, believe it or not, check out another shell prompt. Yes, really. Yeah. So 8 is already quite nice, but Q, W, E, R, T, A, S, D, F, G, Z, X, C, V, like goddamn, that is a lot. That's how many? So 5, 10, 14. So currently I have maximum of 8 actions. I'll be able to have a maximum of 14. And the reason why I even consider this at all is because my X button 2 broke, and it now sometimes presses itself twice, which is like incredibly annoying. So I was thinking of methods to like do things, because I can still use my X button 1, but I kinda can't use the previous method with X button 2, and having it like on only one button doesn't make much sense. However, if I use it as a modifier, then it's all good. So I'm going to create that entire thing. Hold up, this first, and then boop. And then same thing goes here. We'll hide that for now. Live chat, because some messages just disappear, which is great, amazing, incredible. Thank you, YouTube, for making the streaming experience as fucking random as possible. So here we have the task, mouse as modifier. Let's go to X button 2 to see what it currently is. So this hotkey used to be X button 2, but now I don't use it because it presses itself twice, which is pretty fucked. So I was thinking, what if instead of this switch statement, we make remaps for each one of those things? And that is exactly what I intend to do today. So let's start. First of all, it's going to be easier. Like, easier than what I manage currently, and the whole get sections thing will only be needed for this. Yeah, that I'll keep. But X button 1 and X button 2 will just straight up be hotkeys. So let's start. X button 2 we explicitly disable to make it clear. Technically we don't have to because it's going to be done for us automatically, but I decide to do that nevertheless. So how we do that? X button 2, and well, now we start. So now while I'm holding X button 2, I can press keys to make it happen. What? To make things happen. So C for close makes a lot of sense, but it's kind of difficult to press. So what I'm going to use instead is D. So let's yank it and boop. And let's immediately try it out. let's open some window that I don't care about closing. Hello, big cat. Nice to see you. So I'm holding X button 2 currently, and now I press D. I like that a lot, actually. And not being restricted by where I press the button is pretty nice, because it will limit my need to actually move my mouse, which might be a better advantage than I think. Okay, let's continue. I'm going to just straight delete codes so I don't get like confused. And let's undo it again. Boop. We also don't need those. This is why I love them. I can just do a few very simple actions and like here we go. We stripped it down to the only thing that we really need. Okay, so what will maximize? E and restore will be W. Very, very simple. First of all, we'll just X button 2 and double colon so we can fill in the blanks ourselves. So this will be E, this will be W, forward is C, X, minimize S, skip next is V, skip previous is Z. All of those keys just made incredible sense to me, that they came to my mind this fucking easily. Alright, let's try it. It's a bit like unusual, like not gonna lie. It feels weird, very new. But here now, I can do this without moving my mouse. I just press different keys, and it actually feels like pretty nice, pretty consistent. And then... A and Q I haven't used yet. What I could do for them... what I could do for them is to change volume, but I already have that on scrolling. So it probably doesn't make sense to do that, right? Okay, yeah, I like this quite a lot, because usually the hotkey on my keyboard to minimize a window is specifically a right shift escape, which I understandably pretty much never use because it's like it requires a lot of movement. So X button 2 is already done, like boom, here we go. So let's actually commit it. One thing that the Starship prompt, which I recently started using, is that it loads up incredibly fast. This doesn't look like incredibly fast, like sure, but compared to what I was using, it's so much faster. Where now using the VS Code terminal is actually viable. So let's gamp it, and X, if I press space, it becomes and exit, meaning this terminal will auto-close once it finishes doing what it needs to do. The advantage of using the VS Code terminal is that it opens up in the repository that you need automatically. And that's like very huge. So let's run this and make the commit of X button 2 is now a modifier. And I can just close it. The terminal will close by itself when it needs to. Like, I don't have to worry about it. I don't have to look at my terminal and wait until it actually finishes, which is what I used to do really often. Now I can just leave it be and then open another terminal once I need the next command, kinda making things asynchronous, which I find quite smart. So the next thing that we're going to do in this terminal actually is grep X button 1 to see all the hotkeys in different files that use it. That way, we can turn them into what we want as well. Okay, so let's go to browser And as always, the extension breaks. I don't get why, but X button 2. Okay, so let me actually show you interactively. HyperX. So this is my mouse that's going to load up in a sec. Could be better. Okay, but it looks good. So this is the button that has no name. Let's go to buttons, yeah. But I remapped it to media stop. X button 1 is this, X button 2 is this, which I remapped to 4, trying to remap it to F16. But for some odd reason, it's like, it didn't ignore it. I thought I was gonna have to press save to mouse for it to work. But it just remembered. Okay, so let's remap it back, I guess. Yeah, exactly. It's the funny. Can you show me what you are, please? So, is this supposed to be forward or backward? Can I, like, reset it? What's gobbing on here? We're gobbing my mouse because I think it broke. This button sometimes presses itself twice, which is why I want to use a different method in which it won't matter. And right now, I don't get how to make it, like, reset the remap. I can only imagine it's forward, because it's not telling me what the fuck this button is, which is really strange. Okay, let's try. Oh yeah, fuck yeah, I love this. I didn't have to, like, move my mouse and shit. I just needed to press a key. Gobbing, by the way, or goobing, no idea what that means. No idea. Just kind of felt right. Okay, so first of all, we have mouse section defaulter. Mouse side buttons double clicking. Yeah, it's like not good. Sends new mouse and Vim stickers. Aww. I would love to have Vim stickers. Oh, I didn't know you could just click on a user. I thought you had to. Oh, interesting. Yeah, I want to find a Vim sticker. I just haven't been able to find any anywhere that would be accessible to me. I want to get a Vim sticker, have it on my laptop, then come to a coffee shop every day and clack, I don't know, doing random stuff in a very, like, privileged way. That's what I want to do. From what I know, it comes from the SpongeBob Goofy Goober clip. Ah! Holy shit, you know history. So, what we have here is the mouse section defaulter. Fuck, the last thing fucking closed. And that wasn't the last thing. It's your browser. Yes, this. And I use it because I have this X button 1 thing, like, all over the place, pretty much. And having to repeat it again and again just felt annoying to me. That's why I made the mouse section defaulter. But we no longer need it. We no longer need it because we don't. Okay, great explanation, isn't it? Basically, the same thing that we just did with X button 2, I'm going to be doing with X button 1 to make them consistent between each other. So, X button 1, and where are we? We're in the browser. That's great. So A is going to be, let's open this to the bottom of this. Let's get to the bottom of this. I think they say it. Who's they and where, I also don't know, but trust me, they do. And then instead of pref tab, we do next tab. And let's immediately check it out. So let's go to this, open some window, which would be fine for me to open. Monkey type. Oh, fuck, this is Gmail. You're not supposed to see this. It was on N, right? Okay, so let's try it. Now I'm holding X button 1. Oh, fuck yeah, I love this. Yeah, that's great. That's amazing. We have identified and fixed an issue with a new streak hour offset, which would reset its value after one of the tests. Please set your streak hour offset again if needed. That's such a developer thing to do, or rather to say, because what are you talking about? What? I use Goober and Goobed on a daily. Of course I'd know. Yeah, I love those, like, imaginary funny words. They're amazing. Let's do a quick test. I wanna either flex or fail. Let's see. That's funny. I failed. Consult. Boop. That's pretty good so far. Pretty good. Accuracy 100. The WPM is like fine, sure, but the accuracy being 0 mistakes, that's what I'm really proud of. Alright, we don't need... Oh, right, this shit doesn't work anymore. And we're going to make it work. So the next thing is X button 1 and T is restore tab. And now I wonder, is there any reason for me to make a W for close tab? Was the movement in browser 200 IQ? I wonder where you got the idea from. Actually, no, not was. So you know how in Vim, oh, by the way, toggle, I gotta toggle it. Yeah, screencast mode. So in Vim, use H, J, K, L for arrow keys pretty much. So instead of WASD, I use ASDF, which is weird, I recognize, but even weirder than that is that I usually use SDFG, which is even crazier. So if we go to Vim mode, you can see it by this little thing in the corner. I move my mouse by pressing S, G, F, D. So not even ASDF, and definitely not WASD, but close. So I'm thinking of whether it makes any sense to have this hotkey when I already have Alt W that does the same precise thing. Oh yeah, I see A and F. Easier to just use Vim since you're used to that. Absolutely. Instead of like switching between the two. Okay, let's try it immediately. So boop. Oh fuck, I love this. Okay, let's... And what's great is that if I hold down either X buttons, and then I realize that, oh fuck, I fucked up, I actually don't want to do anything, no worries, because it's now a straight modifier that doesn't do anything else like by itself, which is mwah, brilliant. Let's open a few more monkey types and see if it makes sense to have the close tab thing. Yeah, I think it does. I think it does, surprisingly. Okay, so for the browser, we're done, but that's not the only place where you use that. We also have it on Spotify. Let's go to Spotify. So here, okay, this we don't need so far. Okay, so there are quite a few that I'll have to remember. So let's do a similar thing that we already did. Boop. And I boop boop. Then hold up, there is a smarter way to do it. Me when Control W exists. Control W is so like hard to press because I'm definitely not going to press it with the same hand. That's just way too like uncomfortable. So that means I'll have to press it with 2 hands, which is just too much usually. So that's why I remapped Alt W as you can see here, to press Control W. But then, like, maybe I don't want to press Alt for some odd reason. Who knows? Okay, so I'm gonna show you some Vim magic right now. I press colon, then dot, comma, dot +6 norm to DA capital W. Isn't that great? I think it is. X button 1, and we don't know what yet, but I know one thing for sure, it's that W is going to be for toggle like. Because Alt W on Spotify already does that. And toggle shuffle, I feel like it only makes sense to press, to use S for that. Auto new discovery, V for some reason felt right. Trash track R. However, D is D makes more sense. Oh, but then we have discovery. R, add current to best. E, sure, and remove from current playlist is Q. Following your instinct when you make hotkeys, I think, is a good idea. But you know what I want to do? Let's go to xbot, or rather, no, not that file. Singular, it's called. So this is basically the default hotkeys for the mouse that don't care what app you're in. And since I had this mouse section defaulter, that means that the browser things are like used really often. So what if I, when creating personal hotkeys, when creating hotkeys for other users, it might make more sense to make more ridiculous ones, like Control W, which is hard to press once again. But then the users expect it, which is why it's good. So what I'm gonna do is just take this and paste it in singular. So now X button 1 plus these things will do these by default, meaning the browser doesn't need to have those and repeat them over and over again. And some other places won't have to as well, which is quite great. Okay, so browser, done. These are my notes. So Spotify. Oh, and here, which is pretty cool, I wanted to have a mouse thing for adding a new favorite artist, but I wasn't able to. Well, now I can. Auto fave wrapper. I just have a way to let the user change all that without editing the script. That is great. That's amazing. If you can bother to, you should always do that. Let the user decide their own hotkeys, because you'll never be fully correct about what they may want. Okay, so let's maximizing the panel is only supported when it is center aligned. That's strange. Okay, let's reload, open Spotify. And granted, some things aren't going to work when I make it not full screen, but let's just try it. Let's say boop, shuffle. That's cool. That is cool. Yeah, I love this. It's just a part of my library I use for everything. Oh, that's great. Having like reusable elements like that is brilliant. So now when I press X button 1 and Z, I can auto fave wrapper, which means add the wrapper that I'm currently listening to my favorites and commit that change and all that. So yeah, I just now have more possible actions that I could give. And we're going to do something incredible later and see if it makes sense to do it or not. I think it will, but we'll see, we'll see. So Spotify is done. Singular does the defaults. Telegram, because it's usually rap. I mean, my definition of rap is like very wide, which is, I guess, why I overuse the word. Interesting that it got collapsed, but please uncollapse, you goddamn psycho. This is the music that I listen to, and it's hard to call it rap, but I still manage to somehow. Oh well, I guess. How do I D? Oh, that's great. Oh, I love this. Huh. And then I can do multiple actions like all at the same time just by pressing different keys, rather than moving my mouse like a crazy psycho. Okay, let's go to Telegram hotkeys and let's see. First of all, a new line. Second of all, do I even use any of these? Yeah, I do. So, yeah, same thing as usual. D boop. And now let's do some magic. I think plus without a number automatically means +1, but we'll see. Just recently picked up Cuphead, the game. It doesn't let you set shoot to mouse down. Oh, to mouse button. What a piece of garbage. Luckily I have 12 buttons on the side of a mouse. God damn. Yeah. I've tried Cuphead. It's a great game, but the controls I don't like. The fact that you can only shoot the way you're facing. I'm sure that's like a deliberate design choice, but it's also very annoying. I would like to separate my movement and my attack. That's the same reason why I didn't like Hades, which is an amazing game. The only negative part of it is the controls on the controller. If it wasn't for that, I would be playing that game. Maybe even still. Jesus, you guys are crazy with those buttons. So tell me, how does this shit happen? How... Huh? Maybe 3 DAW would have worked. But no worries. Unluckily, the mouse G600 depends on Logitech G Hub, so it messes up my wait for release type scripts. Fucking around with mice, overall, is like a certain magic in a hotkey, where sometimes you should consider if it's worth it. I think, like, a really good skill in programming is being able to give up instead of wasting your health on things that you ultimately can't do at all. Yes, really, the point I'm making is actually giving up is good sometimes, which sounds crazy, but I think it's true. Works perfectly fine for me. I don't even know what my mouse is. I guess we could look, right? Specs. Yes, I have specs of my body. Mouse is HyperX Pulsefire Haste, and I love it. It's a great mouse. It has holes inside of it. Yeah, it was between that and the G600. Might go back to Razer, even with how annoying their software is. Their software and their brand too. It's just kind of lame. I heard they're expensive too, which is like, eh. Wait, what? Terminal? And look at this. Here we have the first example of what I was talking about. The only thing that we need to close here, or rather, hold up. The only thing that we need to change here is VS Code close tab, and then boop. So, since in singular, hold up. Since in singular we already define all the other ones, we can redefine the same thing, but with a hot if to override it. And this kind of approach is much easier to manage than what I used to have before. Straight up software is annoying but reliable. I don't like running software to make my keyboard and mouse work. I want them to have memory to be able to write into them, and that's exactly what I have, so that I don't have to run their usually shitty software that also looks bad often and is limited in functionality. Literally everything is annoying software. 2,000 euros graphics card, want to change the RGB, use a piece of trash software. I even checked if it had command line arguments. Yeah, right? Like, that's the advantage that we as programmers have. And then we realize that no, even our like kind has to use the shitty software. And that's like very, very annoying. That's so strange still. Maximizing the panel is only supported when it is center aligned. Huh. Align to center. That's so mega strange. Next is VK, and I think interesting. That is quite interesting. Okay, so the only thing that we need to do is boop, and then delete the rest. F. And then as I actually go and use, you'll build your own mouse. I've heard of people like building their own keyboard, but mouse is something new. In fact, forget the mouse. True, so true. In VS Code, similar thing, where we just redefine the on W thing into VS Code something something tab. Oh yeah, close tab. YouTube. I wonder if I have anything there that's like specific. Toggle mini screen, huh? I guess F would work. F would be good. People tinker with mouses to swap out the switches and wait. Never heard of building, huh? I think I'm just such a Vim user that I don't even consider doing anything with my mouse. It's like optional pretty much. Especially if you have something like this. It's kind of optional. Have you reached peak programmer? I want to add T9 predictive text like the old Nokia to decide to your mouse? Why mouse? You have your whole keyboard. You can call it something like T8. And that's gonna be good enough. Alright, so all the other stuff are in singular. So let's go there. Let's see if there are any issues. Backspace or select all, which is interesting. Screenshots, enter those whole entire things. Okay, I'll change them, but in a separate commit. So boom, mouse section defaulter is gone. Let's see any errors that we get. Here we go. I mean, even if I miss some, the auto hotkey will tell me that where I fucked up, and I did in a browser. All right, I forgot to change it there. What about now? Seems to be fine. Abort that. Why mouse? I have other stuff to do with my other hand. Okay, sure, fair enough. But why are you like T9 typing with your mouse? You might as well just use a keyboard instead of a mouse, right? Like, have your main keyboard and then instead of the mouse, another keyboard. That would be so me, actually. True. Okay. So now, like, I guess S does nothing in these apps, but this is actually mega huge. I used to have to move my mouse like from place to place to make this kind of shit happen. So like that's pretty huge. And I can like, that's pretty cool. That is pretty cool. And the thing is, what I used to have is logic, where depending on where I am, different thing happens. That means that logic needs time to process, which is why spamming the same thing multiple times didn't feel as good, where now I have that option more so. So, I hate this fucking shitty extension. Bro, like, the extension overall is good, sure. What I hate about it is that once it breaks, it fucking needs to tell you every single time that, oh, actually, I broke. Shut the fuck up! Shut up! I don't care. If you don't work, I don't care. Like, like, let's see, like, the next time it fucks up and needs to tell us that it did. Because, oh my god, notice me. Like, it's so annoying. So, pressing the middle button is actually pretty awkward. I've gotten used to it, but it's not the best, like, to be fair. So, okay, let's look. So, this is fine, this is fine. These are fine, these are also fine. This is questionable. Okay, let's open X button 2. A is not occupied. So let's do X button 2 and A is select all. Oh, see, like, it keeps trying to tell you that, oh, actually, I fucked up. I don't care, bro. I hate this middle button because it's so easy to accidentally press the mouse wheel left or right. You have left or right? God damn. But yeah, so true, because sometimes when trying to press the button, you may actually scroll from to either side, and that's like, god damn. Well, this is interesting. Lol. Okay, so now my X button 2 has select all, which won't actually select everything. In new events, let's, I don't know, this, I guess. Ooh, that's mega nice. That's mega nice, actually. What the fuck? Just check the beginning of the stream. You said X button 2 was messing around. Join the dark side. Buy an MMO mouse. No, like, I feel like it will be even more fucked up then. Plus, like, I'm a keyboard user a lot more than I am a mouse user. I need just a few things. I don't intend to make like amazing use of my mouse. So like, nah. Well, this is cool. Yeah, this is cool. This is mega cool. So X button 2 will have a bunch of different shit. Fuck, I love this. I love this. So now I don't need this press hold sugar. It's just going to be a backspace. And like, that's it. Just convert your keyboard to the side of the mouse. Why? Mouses, or mice, I guess, are just kind of annoying. They're annoying to use, not nice to have, so on. While a keyboard is just so much better. So, nah, actually. Okay. So, okay, how does this feel? I've gotten used to it. Well, maybe I like find the spot that I'm looking for. Boop. But this shit doesn't feel good. Like, popping it out doesn't. So these are fine, and I'm going to leave them as they are. But this I'm actually going to change. Let's dap it and move here. Nope. Move here. So instead of M button, so capture screen. I want to leave that to numbers. Capture screen feels like a 4 kind of deal. And then on, I think, 3, well, we'll see. Capture, what do we have? Capture window. Yeah, so 4 captures screen, 3 captures window, 5, will do this entire thing. So let's try it out. Not X button 1, but instead X button 2 to make it consistent as always. So D capital P. Mice are annoying to use. Yeah, that's why we are evolving them with more buttons. Well, hold up. Or you could just straight up have a keyboard. Maybe like 2 keyboards if you wanted to. Like one, the main one, and instead of the mouse, just a keyboard. Which is going to be nicer to press and so on. And so far. Instead of like... Okay, let me try to think of an example. Let's say you hate your dad. And then because you do, you clone him. Like, what are you doing? Kill him! Same thing goes for the mouse, actually. Like, it doesn't feel good. Why are you trying to make it better? Just replace it with a thing that's inherently better to begin with. That's my point. Forgetting video games exist. I mean, use controller, I guess. I do. Like, actually, I don't play games unless they support controller. Controller only. Well, to be fair, I could just left at I don't play games, and that would be enough because, yeah, I kind of don't. I don't have Steam installed on my system ever since I reinstalled Windows. I just don't really feel like playing games. Controller is so good. It actually makes the experience like comfortable. Like doing this whole entire shit on the keyboard and mouse is just so bleh, bleh. A controller actually feels comfortable. It feels like a nice experience. And if it's like difficult to aim or whatever else, that's a skill issue on your part. Literally, skill issue. Controller is garbage for competitive play and FPS. I don't know. I think the difference between us is that I'm a girl and I was never like interested in that kind of sphere, so I just really couldn't care less about those kind of things. While maybe for you it's like more important. So like, I don't know. That's my like entire point. I don't know. I wanna make them like in order. Oh, actually, to make it easier for myself, R and then return T. So real, for real. I've always wanted to add a keyboard button to double as the X buttons for those shortcuts. So you can use the mouse and keyboard shortcuts also on the keyboard sometimes. Well, that's actually pretty damn easy to do. I just like browser back and browser forward are just not very useful. At least I don't remember. Like, they're useful on the mouse, they're not really useful on the keyboard. If they were, I feel like I would already implement them, but I just kind of haven't. QWERTY Y we don't need, so A, A, S, D, F, is the F, G now, Q, F, boop, G, and then Z, X, C, V. So F, G, I see. So what I think I want to do is have like paste, cut, and copy on the mouse as well. Currently, I have them by... Fuck, I don't know how to show you. Basically, I press the top button and then the side buttons. I think browser back and forward works also in the Explorer for going back and forth, though, through folders. Yeah. I mean, first of all, yeah, I'm using a shell. But second of all, actually... let's like go to programming.files, VS Code, whatever. Oh, you can't see. So I'm going to be using arrow keys. Alt up goes up, Alt down does nothing interestingly, but let's go back. And now Alt left goes to the previous space, and Alt forward, or rather Alt right, goes forward. So like, here you go. I think having W be close but actually instead of D will make more sense. We can see the chat in case you thought we couldn't. I mean, yeah, I know that, like, when you watch a stream, you can still see the chat, but like covering it is also a negative to me because I won't see chat. This is the only way that I see chat. I don't have it open on any other place because I have a single monitor. Yes, I stream on a laptop. So A and Q. A I already use, but Q, oh, right, I forgot the Q. Yeah, it's so I, like, don't miss a single thing in the chat. Yeah, I said you can see when I really meant I can't see. Okay, so, first of all, close but actually should be on W because closing tabs is already there. So let's take this and replace it with W. Cool, but having it on D, I mean, I guess it kind of makes sense. Low key makes sense. The more I look at it, the less I hate it, you know? But let's see, browser back and forward can easily be F and G. That's like very nice and easy. And RT for skipping. Oh yeah, that works. Base stream, I'll work on my shortcuts a bit later. Going to switch from 3 screens to 2 or 1 soon. Why? Why would you do that? Please give me your spare screens. I am a poor streamer. I'm streaming on 1 screen. I see. I think I'm like pretty damn good at focusing, mostly because I use the Pomodoro technique, which sounds very lame. I hate the name, but basically 20 minutes of work and 5 minutes of rest, and when I'm not streaming I use it always, and I can focus like very well, but obviously I can only do that because I don't have ADHD. I need to clean up my GUI so they look nice. I have over 1K. Jesus Christ. Bro, I have... On average, I have 1. Maybe 2. God damn. Multiple screens, more GPU load, less GPU lifetime, less FPS. Here you go again, like... FPSing everything. Ultimate. You're so right. Pomodoro technique. Same thing goes for resolution. I mean, fair. Like, I guess if you play games, that would matter. But I think not playing games whatsoever is based. And, cool. That's what I think. Okay, media previous. Right, it's going to be on R. And this so far will be nothing because I'm not sure. Okay, X is cut. Hold up. One day I'll get it. Okay, here we go. This is cut. That was browser backward. And this is copy. Now we move that into G. And this is going to be paste. So most of the keys that we have on X button 2 are now filled up. I only have Z still available. Oh, and Q, true. So E to maximize, E to maximize, D to restore, minimize. So SE. Wouldn't Q and E be better for this? But S kinda... What if... I barely ever need to win restore. I still do sometimes, just not that often. So I'll leave that on E, and D will have the maximization. So let's... are we going to add X button 2 and X button 2 and those? 1,000 functions without moving hands. Let's go. Well, thing is, in our hotkey, unfortunately, you can't have multiple, like, ands. You can only have one. To add more, you would have to make a hot if, get key state, and that whole thing. But that's just not worth it. So, yeah. And overall, I try to have as least as I can of these things. Yeah. Right, so let's delete it to this. Okay, worked. Yeah, I do the key state bullshit sometimes, but I wish it was easier. Maybe I should just make a class for it. You could, yeah. If you notice yourself doing something annoying very often, abstracting it away is a very good idea. Like, very often, if not always. Okay, so what else do we have in singular? Okay, so cut, copy, and paste I no longer need. These I don't care about. Oh, interesting. That reloads the page. Let's open some page. Try to reload it. Does that feel nice? No, it kinda doesn't. Shut the fuck up, Edge. No, it doesn't. It does not. And I'm pretty sure I can't do like X button and then Shift A. Pretty sure you can't do that. Let's try. Yeah, it doesn't work. But if I do this, also doesn't work. Fair enough, fair enough. So now I don't have enough places. R would really make the most sense. Okay, well, in this case, what I'm gonna do, hot if get key state. This will, like, if we didn't have X button to return, this would make these, this would make the X button to, like, press itself. Another fun thing to do is keep the button hotkey down for 0.1 seconds. One thing. Oh yeah, I actually used to do that, but I found that it was like stressing me out majorly, so I stopped doing it. It wasn't really worth it, I think. Hot if. Okay, so what I'm gonna do now is actually dangerous, and you technically shouldn't be doing it, but oh well. And this should be the same thing. What's safe? S? 2? Yeah. Cool. Yeah, it's fun. X button 2, escape, go back, escape for 5 seconds, close. Oh yeah, that's nice. But I usually don't want to, like, waste my time holding anything, which is why I don't have any, like, hold hotkeys, even though they're pretty easy to make. It's just kind of like wasting my time trying to close a window instead of it being more forceful. Like, whoop, I opened this. Oh. Yeah, so it's much faster if I just press something. So now Shift R will be F5. It should be send F5. What's the difference? It's not huge. Where was I? Let's like open something like monkey type, and actually I want to reload it. That's so much easier to press than fucking the top button and middle button. That's crazy. I'm going to pop ADHD meds, get back home, and code the fuck out of something. Thanks for motivation today. Glad to have given you that. That's great. That's amazing. Yeah, I do. It's all in a playlist, so all the streams that I've made, they're all available in that playlist. I think I leave a link to that playlist in the description of the stream. So yeah. Now I have pretty much like another 14 different things. But the cool thing that I was talking about earlier is that I'm going to also make them on escape. So if I'm pressing down escape, then all of these start working. Pretty much. I guess we'll get to it once we get to it, right? No point worrying about it now. Change the Discord handle in the description. Oh, you're right. Oh, you're so right, actually. Sure. Fuck, that's another annoyance. Now my fucking Discord handle will be wrong on every single video that I've ever made. That's so annoying. I'll have to change it, like, everywhere. Yeah. And I'm not going to do that because it's way too annoying. And the more videos I make, the less reasonable it is to change every single thing on every single video. I wanted to use... I know, right? Like, that's kind of crazy. I've made 121 videos. Yeah, so fuck. I'm not gonna update all of them, if any, to be fair. Just gonna change the default and then go from there. I wanted to use space for that stuff, you say. Using space feels like very, very, very unsafe. Yes. Same. So you keep the link, the change, but change the destination. When I first started, I wanted to have some like redirect, but I couldn't find something like very simple that does exactly that, surprisingly. Like, sure, there's the link tree, but how many people will actually check it out? Like, be real. Link tree should be somewhere. Oh, I guess it isn't, lol. Yeah, it isn't. But yeah, like, checking the link tree, many people won't bother. But if you give a straight link to something, they might. Space is closed though for both hands. I mean, yeah, I'm just like worried about it being a combination, you know? But I'll actually try it because escape is, well, at least for me, escape is actually caps lock. And now when I press, well, caps lock, my like marriage finger, I'm not sure how it's actually called, is on S, D, and F. So marriage finger on S. And to press A, I now have to change my finger position in a strange way. Oh, right, ring finger. Thank you. Thank you. So, yeah, and that's not very nice, but having that on space might actually work. Might just work. So I'll actually try it. It's not like I need to spam space that often. So sure, actually, yeah, I'll try space instead of escape for like special functions. That's a good idea. Yeah. So you keep the link. Yeah. URL shortener stuff used to be free, but I guess people messed around with it too much. That's unfortunate. Okay. Okay, so what else is in singular? Test and reload. It will be on Shift T and Shift E, I guess. But do we have anything else? Yeah, we have Q and Z. My new keyboard, I keep accidentally hitting keys because the weights are too heavy and my resting fingers are too strong and muscular. Weird flex, but okay. Well. Oh well, I guess it's a secret. How unfortunate. I'm going to put test at Z and script reload on Q. Hold on, what? So now, once I do this, now this can do that. Fair enough. I work at like 20-30K company. God damn, they don't have a URL shortener. Jesus. Okay, so now there's a bunch of shit on my mouse. Not literally, but a lot of stuff on my mouse. I'll just have to sometimes check out 20 documents and change the links there. Oh, Jesus Christ. Instead of this 5 billion fucking IQ solution of having an URL manager or something. Yeah, that's incredibly annoying. You have my pity. So, once we did this, hold up, let me collect my thought. Okay, so X button 2 hotkeys are all on the keyboard, meaning that, well, hold up. Why am I using the mouse anyway, then? You know? Makes sense? If my mouse things are on the keyboard, I might as well just use the keyboard. So let's try making space things. So this is just a test to see how fast space works without it being a modifier. And now let's make space into space. Remove this hot if. And like maybe add space here. Or actually, hold up. Add space everywhere. And so far, just comment out the things that don't work. Okay, let's see. And let's do the same, like... now I have to, like... yeah. Space only works once I release it. See? Like, that's annoying. That's mega annoying. Oh, if you want to avoid the only space thing, use something like space N or M, your actual hotkey binding. What? But I don't think bare space accidental touches will be a big issue. Yeah. That's like very bad. The fact that now I can't spam space, you know? And that's mega huge. So let's remake it into a different way where instead space, yeah, I guess space. So now I should be able to. However, there's like the strange thing that okay, let's open some random tab. Say you want to close it. That would be closing the window, I guess. So I guess space does nothing here. But maybe like I'm in chat and I want to close it, so I'm like space S. And well, I typed in some spaces. So either solution is kind of Either solution is kind of However, doing that on escape won't be as much of an issue. Because holding escape is usually like whatever. Yeah, it's like very unfortunate because it's neither there nor here. So what I'm gonna do is create another file in keys called escape mod. Should we maybe use Emacs? Probably. Most likely. I feel like, yeah. Okay, so and in SCR in keys, wasn't that useful? Keys, let's add it here. Include SCR keys escape mod. Boop, it now works. So I'll add some stuff to escape. So first of all, this is my test of how fast it is. Hot if get key state. of escape physical. We close that hot if. Send URL to the YouTube video, interview with an Emacs enthusiast. Yeah, I've seen that one, but Stream didn't like it, so I sent it on Discord. Yeah, I've seen it actually. It's very funny because it's actually so true. The amount of control that Emacs users press is just crazy. And I already use like press control very often, and even still. Yeah, funny indeed. So, escape mod, huh? There are a few things that I want for sure. I want an easier way to to close things, which will be escape and W. Actually, I think I know what's gonna be the issue with this. Okay, so let's say I want to go outside of insert mode into normal mode and jump to the next word. Okay. Okay, so this works. See? Sometimes when I will want to press escape and then immediately another thing, it will catch it, but it doesn't seem to be as much of an issue as I thought it would be. Escape plus F1 is fun to close stuff with. Yeah, but that's if you use the actual placement of escape. Escape for me is actually where caps lock is. That completely ignores what you've been doing all stream. Yeah, pretty much. Something like this also won't be it. Basically, once I use escape as a modifier, I lose the ability to spam it. Like, what if I need to spam escape and I? That's actually something that I do kind of often. So maybe, okay, I can't really give a good example, but maybe this will work. So local function and now what I want to do, be I escape I space. Like, that shit I do all the time. So there are a few things where escape possibly doing things can be fucked. Yeah, we need to get you an external keyboard, mouse, and a few monitors. Where's your Donald link? Thank you so much, but I just don't have, I don't know, like, of a way to receive money in Russia. Maybe something like crypto would work, but I don't know about that. Sounds kind of fishy. So I really don't know if Yuan is going to hate me for it or something. Excuse Fion. I don't have that yet, but thank you very much for the thought. Okay, so basically I'm fine with having the X button too as a modifier. See, exactly, yeah. But basically using a key that I already find useful is pretty annoying. Fuck, that's annoying. That's so annoying. Okay, well, first of all, I don't think I'm going to be using escape. Well, okay, well, I think the issue is a completely different thing. What if I have an info and then I want to do what happens on escape W? Well, fuck, I accidentally closed that info. So that already is reason enough to not use this, unfortunately. And yeah, that shit sucks. But X button 2 by itself is not useful, so I can use it as another modifier. You know what we need to normalize? Foot pedals to send inputs. Oh, F13 to F18 or something on your feet. That's so cool. And and then you know how some like streamers and so on like have a keyboard cam where you can see what keys they're pressing? You will have a feet cam. But that one is only available if you're like a subscriber of the channel. Like on Patreon. That sounds amazing. That sounds like something that I would absolutely do. Sounds hilarious. Okay, so what's my current thought? Current thought is I can't feasibly use escape as a modifier because either I'll have to press escape when I actually don't intend to, or I'll have to release it for it to work, and it's just Gear 1, no foot pedal. Gear 2, left foot pedal in down position. You could meme the heck out of it for stream. Yeah, fuck. I'll need to keep that as an idea. That sounds mega fun. And the amount of things that you could do with it is just so fun. Even something as simple as like right foot pedal is close window. And then after a day of working on the computer, my feet will be like just moving by themselves. That's funny. Did I remove the cut? Yes. I removed the cut and paste things. Could repurpose that. Do you have two Windows buttons on your laptop keyboard? Not laptop, I have an external keyboard actually, and I made another Windows button on the right side. But I do use it. Hello, Karma, Chuang, and Butia. Sorry if I butchered your name. I am making another modifier. So my mouse has a key that doesn't work, or more precisely, it sometimes presses itself twice, which is why I now made it a modifier. Currently I'm holding it, and now I can press other keys to make things work. Yeah. Great explanation. Yeah. So that's already quite nice, but I'm looking for a way to make another thing into an modifier, but I can't really see anything that will work. God damn. Okay, yeah, I was thinking of tab. Hold up. Tab may work. that's like possible. Or I could like stop fucking around and just use the things that I already use. So on Alt delete, and delete for me is escape, so where your usual escape would be, is close window. What if I like Shift Alt caps lock closes the window or something, or minimizes it, I guess. Okay, I think that would be the more like reasonable solution. However, I think it's in Trinity. Yeah, kinda. So here we have it. So Alt Escape. So Alt Escape is group deactivate main. This min-maxes the Explorer. Right Shift Escape is caps lock. Windows Escape is get weather, which I do find useful, but I could move it to something else because I don't necessarily need to use it that often. So Alt Escape, Shift Escape. I still don't use Control Escape. And now I don't use Windows Escape either. Or either I will not in just a sec. So F13 is what your escape key is usually. I remapped it to F13 on the like registry level. Control caps lock or escape, what you see here. So control caps lock to close window doesn't seem too bad. Yeah, and it's hard enough to reach where it like makes a reasonable like difficulty curve, I guess. Okay, sure, let's do that. Yeah, I like it. So left control escape is close but actually, and then interestingly left Windows escape is when minimize A. Okay, let's try this. Script library not found. Oh, NSCR, forget it. Yeah, let's delete it. Boop. Okay, so now this. Yeah, that's not bad. That is not bad. That is not awful. So first of all, let's delete those two to make that just delete. And Alt F13 will be backspace. Here we go, that immediately makes more sense. So escape, when you just press it, is delete, but now, oh, hold up. But if you press it with Alt, it's now backspace. That's cool. For the rare situations where I specifically need backspace and not that's for the rare situations where my right hand is occupied, but it's not on the mouse, and I need backspace. Just imagine how specific this kind of situation is. I got a brain blast. I have an amazing idea. Okay. I don't really press Alt-Tab myself, like ever. Because I have a hotkey for this on the mouse. Just pressed it with my mouse. What if Alt-Tab does something like group deactivate? So what group deactivate does, hold out this. So let's open some window. Yeah, let's open some random ass window like this. All right, so it's no longer the active window. I can now press Alt Escape, so this thing, to activate it. So Alt Escape activates an external window, some window that I can't access normally. So to VS Code, to open VS Code, I can press Alt A. For chat, Alt T, or Telegram when I'm not streaming. For the browser, Alt C. For the terminal, Alt R, and some other stuff as well. For all the other windows, I can press Alt Escape. So, what if instead of Alt Escape, I use Alt Tab? And for the usual Alt Tab, I use Windows Tab for the rare situations where I do need it. How does that sound? So Alt Tab, but any will group deactivate main. Min-maxing the Explorer. Can still be there, I guess. Or it could be Alt Escape. Okay, fair enough. Control Escape is close, but actually Shift Escape is minimize the current window. Yeah, here we go. Duplicate hotkey, interesting. Oh, I know where it is. In remaps. I guess I didn't know. I guess I did not know. Okay, let's try to find it. Alt Tab. In global. And Windows tab will now be Control Alt Tab. In the rare case that I do need this. But otherwise, this is the extra window. If I open some Explorer window, this will activate it, which I do immediately like more. This will close it, and this minimizes windows. Okay, fuck yeah. Yeah, fuck, I love this more. And this, I guess, I'll implement when I will. That's great. So now the most important things that I wanted to have on the keyboard only. So basically things that would only require my left hand on the keyboard, they are now here, and that's brilliant, that's great, that's amazing. All the other stuff that is useful, I now have on my mouse as well. So maybe like I copy this, and then I boop, copy, and then, oh fuck, I love this. Oh, that's enter. I meant to press the hotkey that deletes the text. Okay. Yeah, but this is great. This is quite great. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna... Oh, interesting. Infos. I can just specify it like that? Oh, it ends here. Okay, let's go to post load. Remind date I already use. Okay, let's yank inside function. Hold up, somebody's calling me for some reason. About a year ago, more or less, I really wanted a credit card. So I just started calling banks, like all the banks, trying to get a credit card. I eventually got one, and now banks are calling me constantly. You can, like, get debt from us if you want. And no, I don't. I have enough debt already. Wait, hold up. No, not like that. D2F closing bracket. And where is get weather in utils? Include utils get weather. So now when I reload my script, oh, my bad. Yeah, this is not needed anymore. And since it's async, it doesn't really matter. Let's make it an info, though, so it doesn't stay. Lol. Can you work? No? Really? Please? Oh, because it starts immediately, I guess. That is incredibly strange. Well, I guess it will work when it does. Not sure why it doesn't work already, but whatever. Okay, so a thing that I want to do eventually is move all of the, like, these types of hotkeys into one file, because honestly, I find it hard to manage in these multiple files. I can't really tell the difference that I intended for them to have. Okay. This is supposed to be something. AS, right? AF, oh, restore, AT, restore tab. Now X button 2 has a bunch of magic where I can like boop, reload. Fuck yeah, that's nicer, that's much nicer. So let's add this, Not this yet, and not this yet. So let's gam and X. Okay, so what did I do? Move X button to section actions into keyboard keys. And similar thing for Trinity. Fuck, I staged everything. Whatever. Doesn't really matter. And now, an easier interaction with Windows where Alt-Tab group deactivates main unless I actually want it. Alt-Escape does the thing for Explorer windows. This closes windows. This minimizes them. Yes, that's great. So X button 2 is done. If I ever want to, I can add more stuff. Oh, that's actually really nice. Pressing Q. And then test I don't do very often. But I guess we'll see. So X button 2 is now actually done. X button 1, in a similar way, I remapped. Okay. Cool. Epic. I'm done. Yeah. I'm done. Gonna chill for a bit and then maybe interesting, you can move them. First time I'm hearing about it. Yeah, and then maybe I'll organize my project in some way. Maybe it's already time for me to make a hotkey for this thing. Just kind of haven't yet, surprisingly. Alright, thanks for watching everyone. I'm going to be ending stream, and if you had fun, that's good. Goodbye.